2009 when they shut out the Browns. Trying to get to 2-0, and we are underway. Week 2 of the NFL on CBS, and Peppers will take a knee. It's Crowell running left, trying to get past Suggs. He does, but only picks up 2.
A little bit of no huddle, which surprises you for a young player on the road.
He'll hand it off again, and Crowell doing nothing. It'll be 3rd down and long. Play clock. They don't get it off. Our referee today, Gene Steratore.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Duke Johnson, the running back. Kizer gets rid of it while he's hit, and it's incomplete. For that injury in practice on Friday, he is active, and he's back there with Lardarius Webb. This one going to Webb, who calls for a fair catch at the 28-yard line. Here's Terrence West, the former Cleveland Brown, and he is held to 1 yard.
Defensive tackle.
West actually lost a yard, so it's 2nd and 11. Flacco over the middle to Macklin for a Baltimore 1st down. You know more. We'll get an update from Steve Tasker down on the Ravens sideline. Flacco play action on 1st down. Completes it to his tight end, Benjamin Watson. His first catch as a Raven, and another 1st down after a gain of 13. John Perriman has replaced Macklin at wide receiver. It's a handoff to another former Brown. It's Terrence West. And he gets across the 40-yard line. Browns defense that held Le'Veon Bell and the Steelers offense to just 35 yards rushing. Flacco looking to throw again, and Perriman dropped it. It was McCourty on the coverage, and that's one Perriman should have had. Sallin has come in at running back. As you see the safeties, just like last week, playing deep for Cleveland. Pressure coming by Kirksey, and he gets Flacco. Sam Cook could not convert on 3rd down. Peppers back deep. Cook trying to pin him deep. A fair catch by Peppers at the 9-yard line. And he's blocking for Isaiah Crowell, who's able to get into the 2nd level and take it out close to the 20-yard line. Crowell picks up 9 yards. It's 2nd and 1. They go back to Crowell, fighting for that 1st down, and he has it. I thought it was also interesting that he is being evaluated for a stinger on his right shoulder. We'll see if he's able to come back. Kizer throwing and completes it. Jackson's offense. Look at this formation. We saw the T formation last week. Here it's Kizer swinging one to Kenny Britt, and the Ravens do a good job of stacking him at the line of scrimmage. Kizer looking sideline, incomplete. And a false start is called against the Browns. 2nd time on 3rd down they've had a penalty called against them. A delay of game last time, and now a false start.
False start. Offense, number 10. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Elevated off the practice squad yesterday. Suggs coming with pressure. Kizer steps up. Now Kizer on the run. Lost the football. Knocked out by Suggs and scooped up by Matthew Judon. Flacco. Now he steps up and throws it to Wallace, who is drilled. Hit hard by Joe Schobert. Comes in for 2nd down after the 7-yard pickup by Wallace. Flacco on the move, completes it to Watson again, and that's good for a Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 for Baltimore at the 22. It's Javaris Allen on the carry, and he picks up a couple of. Campanaro lined up next to Joe Flacco. He doesn't get the pass here. Instead, it's Nick Boyle running up the middle. And the tight end stretches for another Ravens 1st down. Joe Flacco hinted this week you might suit Campanaro in that Danny Woodhead role. Woodhead going on IR. This pass is complete to Max Williams, who's hit by Jamie Collins, and then Jamar Taylor finishes him off. Hand off of West. West is tripped up at the line of scrimmage. He saw some daylight up the middle, but couldn't stay on his feet.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 58, contact after the play, half the distance to the goal, automatic, 1st down.
West, the running back, takes the handoff, running left. West cuts it up and in. Touchdown, Ravens. The former Cleveland Brown, Terrence West, makes DeShone Kizer pay for the fumble, and the Ravens jump out to a 6-0 lead.
With all of the vision that you want from a running back, you are patient, patient to the hole and then fast through it.
But he was sent to Tennessee the following preseason in a trade, landed here with the Ravens. But off to a good start here, and the West touchdown following the Kizer fumble has given Baltimore a 7-0 lead. Peppers takes a knee, and out comes Kizer, who was sacked 7 times last week. And so far has been sacked 8 times in his young career. Play action on the move, has got some time, fires to the sideline, caught by Britt. A flag comes in from the secondary.
Kenny Britt.
Pass interference. Offense number 18. 10-yard penalty, replay. First down.
Kenny Britt is a big physical receiver. Doesn't run probably as well as what he did when they first came into the league 9 years ago.
Penalty makes it 1st and 20. Burwell. Another flag is down.
Illegal formation. Offense number 87 was covered on the play. The 5-yard penalty is declined. Second down.
Kizer looking at deep shot down the sideline for Coleman, incomplete. That pass was out of bounds. 3rd and 18. They've averaged 3rd and 16 so far in this quarter. Kizer down the middle, and a diving attempt and caught by Rashard Higgins.
They made a big play, got him out of a hole.
Career-long catch by Higgins. Now a screen pass to Duke Johnson, his first touch today. Gets away from one, and Duke Johnson putting the moves on. Johnson takes the handoff this time. His first carry of the season. Did not get any carries a week ago. Kizer completes this one to his rookie tight end, David Njoku. Kizer off the hands, and Weddle got a hand on it. Did he pick it? He did! What a catch by Weddle off the deflection!
I was a member of the San Diego Chargers coaching staff when we drafted Eric Weddle out of Utah. First time, he loves it here in Baltimore.
He called it a breath of fresh air to be here with this organization. So the Ravens take over with Javaris Allen on the carry. Start of the second quarter. It's 2nd down and 8 with James Lofton and Steve Tasker, our entire crew. I'm Andrew Catalan. Here's a handoff to Campanaro. His first carry of this season. He's on the sideline for 3rd down and 3. Play action, Flacco to the tight end Williams, fighting for the first down. We'll see where they spot it. It looks like he's got a first. 7 of 8 for 55 yards. Looking to throw again. Trying to take a deep shot for Mike Wallace. Nobody's there except for Jason McCourty, who comes down with the interception. Offense, which has struggled, returns to the field. They'll get it at their own 8-yard line. Crowell on the pitch. And Crowell with nowhere to go.
He has vision, both wide receivers. They're going to try and run a crossing route, but he doesn't step forward, and it's a too deep look because on the other side, McCourty has a deep half, Peppers had a deep half on his side, so it's actually a great job by Greg Williams of disguising a look. When you think it's 3 deep, it was really 2 deep.
Let's try to get back there, but it was too late. On 2nd down, Kizer. He'll run it. He's got some good speed, and he slides for a Cleveland first down. Toledo Central Catholic. Pressure coming, and Mosley with the sack. First sack of the season for C.J. Mosley. There's a flag down in the secondary that came in late.
Holding. Defense number 22. 5-yard penalty, automatic. First down.
Trail 7-0. Duke Johnson on the carry. And he is shoved out by Patrick Owusu. 2nd down and 10. Kizer trying to go to the air. Steps up. Throws one in the vicinity of Higgins. It's nearly intercepted. All 5 of the Browns' 3rd downs have been of at least 10 yards. 3rd and 10 here. And the tackle is made short of the first down by Mosley after the catch by Higgins. This is a spiraling kick, but a short one. Campanaro comes up to the 32 and out of bounds at the 35. Shoved out by Sammy Coates. Joe Flacco in the shotgun, hands it off to Terrence West. West has some room on the left side. West spins his way for a Baltimore first down. Far today, 10 passes, 8 runs, make it 9 runs, and this one is going nowhere. Lined up at the top of your screen on 2nd and 14. Flacco buying some time, fires, and a catch is made by Benjamin Watson. 6'3", 251, used his big frame to go up and get that one. Flacco back to the air, wide open is Watson, slips a tackle, but can't stay on his feet. Saw Peppers playing very deep last week to take the deep threat away from the Steelers. Greg Williams told us after the carry by Allen that he expected to play a little bit closer to the line today, but on that play, he was back deep and it cost him. The fullback is into the game right now on 2nd and 6. Flacco again rolling right, fires, caught, touchdown! It's Javaris Allen. His 3rd career receiving touchdown and his first touchdown since 2015.
That's about the 6th time where we've seen Joe Flacco on the move outside the pocket area.
Icky shuffle there from Javaris
A
Allen.
little bit of the icky shuffle, a little bit of throwback Sunday.
Justin Tucker with the extra point. Good against Cincinnati. Flacco has been on the move all day, throwing very crisply and quickly is coming back to his normal form as we go down to Steve Tasker. Now last year, Hugh Jackson did use Hogan just as a kind of a change-up to run the football a little bit. He's throwing on 1st down, and that pass is incomplete, intended for Seth DeValve. And Hogan is staying on the field. An update from the Cleveland sideline. Kaiser has a migraine, and his return is questionable. So Hogan, the quarterback, playing in just his 5th NFL game, has a wide-open DeValve who makes the catch. Renault back deep. DeValve cuts it up and in. And a big play by the Browns, 48 yards to Seth DeValve.
Behind your defense. 12 guys on the field at the start of that snap.
Hogan again looking for Coleman. Diving catch at the 5-yard line. Now they're saying no. The ball hit the ground.
Rolling on the field is an incomplete pass. However, we do have 12 men on the field defense. It's a 5-yard penalty, replay, 1st down.
There you see Carl Davis did not get off the field in time. That's the 12th man. And here's a look at the play by Coleman.
Yeah, it moves, comes out a little bit. I live in San Diego, so I can jump on that bandwagon too.
So Hugh Jackson did throw the challenge flag. You can see that the replay tab then challenged the play, lost 2 timeouts.
The ruling on the field is confirmed. It is an incomplete pass. The penalty does make the replay a 1st down. Cleveland will be charged with this 1st time out of the half.
Hogan will keep this one himself. Trying to get around to the right side, and Hogan picks up the 1st down.
So I don't know if I'd be running him on quarterback runs.
Cody Kessler inactive today. The Browns do carry 3 quarterbacks, but Kessler for the 2nd straight week is not dressed. Play action. Hogan with pressure coming. Steps up, fires into the end zone, and it is caught! Touchdown! David Njoku! The rookie with his 1st NFL touchdown off a strike from Kevin Hogan.
2 balls that Kevin Hogan has thrown, and he's thrown what I call away from the defender. That inside defender's coming to make the play, and he throws it to the outside shoulder. Nice job stepping up in the pocket. We saw the same thing on the near completion to Corey Coleman.
Now the extra point for the rookie Zane Gonzalez, and it's good. Kickoff by Gonzalez with Campanaro back deep, and it will be a touchback. Terrence West, who has a rushing touchdown, is the running back, and he'll get it from Flacco here with some room to run, and Terrence West muscles his way up close to the 40-yard line. So he's already matched his completion total from a week ago in Cincinnati. And he's now surpassed it as he's got 11 completions on 13 attempts.
The trade surprised everybody last year, and he was a heck of a player once he got to the Browns.
Flacco gets rid of it, and it's broken up. McCourty on the coverage. Fans want a flag, and they're not going to get it. So that sets up 3rd down and 9. Pressure coming. Flacco tripped up and sacked. The first man to get him was James Burgess. On 4th and 19, Sam Cook is out. Peppers, the deep man. Good kick by Cook. Driving Peppers back to the 14. Peppers across the 20, and with a flag coming in.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. kicking team player number 85, continuously blocking an opponent out of bounds. It's a penalty half the distance to the goal. First down, Cleveland.
Duke Johnson, the running back. Hogan in trouble. He's got to get out of the end zone. He does. There is a flag down.
Full use of hands. Offense, number 72. Penalty is declined. Second down.
To Tyus Bauer, the rookie linebacker out of Houston. Browns trying to just get some room, get out of the shadow of their own end zone. Hogan in his own end zone. Steps up, throws on the run. A dangerous pass, middle of the field, and it's incomplete. Intended target was Rashard Higgins. Had a punt blocked last week for a touchdown. And before Colquitt gets it off, there is a flag down and a false start.
False start. Offense number 50. Half the distance to the goal. Fourth down.
Colquitt gets this one away. Campanaro from his own 43. Midfield and hit hard. And taken down at the 46.
During the kick, holding number 48 of the return team. 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. First down, Baltimore.
That's on Patrick Owasso. Penalty backs the Ravens up to their own 31, but they do have all 3 timeouts. And this pass is complete to Javaris Allen. 1:20 to go. Flacco to Watson again for another Ravens first down. At the Cleveland 44-yard line. Pressure coming. Flacco gets rid of it. It's incomplete. Intended for Perriman over the middle. Second down and 10. 1:12 to go. Flacco to Allen again, and there's Collins right on the spot, making the tackle at the 40-yard line. Flacco and a miscommunication with Perriman. Him out to hold, not to punt. Tucker's going to attempt a 58-yarder. He was 10 of 10 from 50 plus last year, and that one is no good. Hogan, high pass is reeled in by Higgins, who runs out of bounds close to the chains. Gain of 8, third catch for Higgins. It's 2nd and 2. Hogan, another strike right back to Higgins, and he's got a Cleveland first down.
Flacco and
a false start called against Cleveland with 29 seconds to go.
False start. Offense number 72. By rule, a foul that prevents the snap inside of 1 minute carries with it a 10-second runoff. Cleveland has elected to use one of their 2 remaining timeouts to avoid the 10-second runoff. So it'll be first down and 15 Cleveland. They have 1 timeout remaining in the half.
Hogan on the move. Throwing, it's intercepted! Tyus Bowser, the pick! And it's the 3rd turnover today, forced by the Ravens defense. The first career interception for the rookie out of Houston. Evans 1 timeout, 19 seconds to go. Flacco throwing a sideline route to Macklin, and he gets out of bounds. 2nd down and 9. Hand it off to Allen. Browns defense not expecting it. Allen has room. Allen inside the 20. Allen still going. Down inside the 5. John Harbaugh will call timeout with 5 seconds to go.
Boy, just a great job by the running back having that vision and also realizing, hey, I got to just turn this thing on.
2 at the bottom. Flacco throws it. Caught! Touchdown! Jeremy Macklin!
Flacco told us Jeremy Macklin wins at the line of scrimmage, and he gives you such a good, quick read. 1, 2, 3 steps, and you can see that ball's coming out because you saw the separation at the end. That's the same thing that Joe Flacco saw from the sideline. Now, every scoring play is reviewed. You can see the Browns waving their hands going, no, he didn't catch it. No, there's some movement there. Now they're bringing out the tablet. So you get confirmed or stands. And the fans will erupt with either one of those 2.
After review, the ruling on the field stands.
And And it's good, 21-7 in favor of the Ravens. Things were said that we cannot repeat. Look at this, the Ravens, they have scooped that one up at the bottom. Baltimore has gone 252 games without recovering an onside kick. Last win on the road was October of 2015 here in Baltimore when they beat the Ravens 33-30 in overtime. And Campanaro will take a knee. Here's West. And he picks up a yard. It's 2nd down and 8. Play action. Flacco, the screen to Williams, the tight end, gets away from one, still on his feet, and he's got a Baltimore first down. 10 from the 40-yard line. West. And he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Coley makes the tackle, so he's going to go into the locker room to get a closer look. As Javaris Allen on the carry, it'll be 3rd down for Baltimore.
So they have to be cognizant of those errors. Now there are 8 guys up at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and 6, quick pass incomplete. Jamar Taylor had a great break on that Flacco pass. There's a flag down. Peppers lets this one go. It's into the end zone. And the flag is down at the 45-yard line.
10-yard line.
Defense number 24 lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty, replay, 4th down.
This is a high kick. Peppers originally called for a fair catch. Lets it bounce. It takes a Cleveland hop to the 17-yard line. Spoke to the Ravens. No update yet on Marshall Yonda. As soon as we get one, we'll pass it along. Hogan throwing on 1st down to his favorite target today, Rashard Higgins. 2nd down and 6. Hogan, and that pass is dropped by Corey Coleman, 22%. Pressure coming, and a flag is down immediately. It looked like Matthew Judon got an early jump.
Defense number 99, unabated. 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
They're throwing it on 3rd and 1. Hogan deep down the field for Lewis. Johnson then cuts it off and makes the catch.
You know, you have people who can give you directions on how to get somewhere. At the end of this play, there are 2 guys right in the same area, but that's a nice job in catching the ball, locating it, one hand.
4-yard gain and a first down for Cleveland. Crowell on the carry. He's got some room. Crowell at the 25 and tripped up at the 23-yard line by Eric Weddle. Last 2 plays, they've gained 51 yards. Back on the ground with Crowell. And he's ripped down by Carl Davis, shy of the 20-yard line. 2nd down and 8. Play action. Hogan taking a shot in the end zone, incomplete. 9.5 to go in the 3rd. Hogan high and incomplete. He overthrew Seth DeValve. It'll be a 38-yard field goal attempt for Zane Gonzalez. 7th round pick. And it's good. Now trail 21-10. We do have an injury update coming on Kaiser from Steve Tasker. And a touchback. Let's go down to Steve Tasker. Flacco in trouble. Escapes. Now on the run, trying to get away, and he'll throw it away. Good job by Flacco to avoid the sack right there. Down in 10, 9-10 to go in the 3rd quarter. Flacco to the air again. Short pass, and that's caught by Watson, but immediately wrapped up by Jamar Taylor.
Do more.
3rd down and 12. Good protection. The pass is batted down and incomplete. And the Browns defense forces a quick 3 and out.
We'll see if he knows it again this afternoon.
It was Ogba who batted down that pass. First 3 and out today by the Baltimore offense. Good punt by Cook. Out of bounds around the 10-yard line. Game-winning touchdown pass thrown by Florida. Meanwhile, DeShone Kizer re-enters the game. His migraine is cleared. Hands it off to Crowell. Kizer gets out of trouble, but still nowhere to go, and he goes down to the ground at the 15. And Kizer
Offense, 5-yard penalty, third down.
Poor awareness, another delay of game call against the Browns offense. Delay of game with Kaiser at quarterback for the Browns. Looking down the field, and that pass is too high for his intended target, Sammy Coates. So Colquitt to punt. Campanaro and Webb back deep. This is a good punt by Colquitt. Campanaro all the way back to his own 25-yard line. And he goes down at the 36 after a booming punt by Britton Colquitt. Williams was not out there for the last defensive series for the Ravens, and Yonda still not out there on this drive for Flacco and Baltimore, as Javaris Allen is shoved out of bounds by Nate Orchard.
Interest on Greg Williams of trying to exploit that matchup at right guard.
Loss of 2 on first down, 2nd and 12. Flacco gets rid of it to Allen, and Allen across the 40. Ravens just 1 for 6 on third downs. Flacco completes and converts. Terrence West close to midfield, a gain of 8. Day, 16 carries compared to 30 passes for Flacco. They hand this one off to Alex Collins, just off the practice squad yesterday. His first touch as a Raven goes for 15 yards. Run it again off the handoff from Flacco. Collins with a little spark off the bench, a 4-yard pickup. Collins for the 3rd straight time. Now trying to get to the right side. He's hit hard out of bounds by Jabril Peppers. 3rd down and 5 with 3 on the play clock. They hand it off to Javaris Allen. He's got some room. Allen right at Jamie Collins. And Javaris Allen has a Baltimore first down, a gain of 14. And it's Allen again. And this time the Browns come up to meet him. Down in 9. Play action. Flacco. And he's able just to throw this one away. Flacco to Allen. And he's hit at the 10-yard line and gets no further. Only missed 1 the entire season last year. And now Tucker 1 out of 2. He puts the Ravens up by 2 touchdowns. It's 24-10. In fact, the Browns have the youngest team in the NFL by age. 24.1 years is their average age.
I think you could say that about them for the last 10 years.
Out of the shotgun. On 1st and 10. Looking to throw the football. On the move, chased by Davis, and down he goes at the 27.
Indianapolis Colts 13-10. Back to Andrew Catalan.
All right, JB, thank you. Corey Coleman with that catch on the sideline. Kaiser looking deep down the field. He's got a man, and it's caught by Higgins. Higgins is shoved out of bounds by Jimmy Smith. Last year, Higgins had 77 yards receiving the entire year. Today, he's got 80 yards. Kaiser too high for Crowell. 2nd and 10 with Duke Johnson at running back. Kaiser over the middle, off the hand of Kenny Britt, but a flag comes in from the secondary. Only had 1 catch a week ago in the opener against
Legal
Pittsburgh.
use of hands to the face. Defense, number 22. 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Browns driving, they've got it at the Baltimore 30. Kaiser pump fakes, now looking for Coleman, and it's nearly intercepted. 2nd and 10. Kaiser over the middle to Higgins, his 6th catch, and he fights his way for a first down. Duke Johnson on the delayed handoff. Johnson at the 10. Johnson to the outside at the 5. Lunges for the end zone, and he was out of bounds before he got there. He's going to try to run this one in as well, but he can't. Tripped up by Tony Jefferson. Great play by the safety out of Oklahoma. 2nd and goal. Kaiser, good protection over the middle, intercepted! Picked off by Lardarius Webb. Webb the pick. It's Baltimore football. The Ravens offense goes back to work without Marshall Yonda. He's out for the rest of the game with an ankle injury. This is Collins on the carry. 7-yard pickup on first for Collins. He remains the running back on 2nd down and 3. Hit the backfield, gets away, and Collins dances his way for another Baltimore first down.
Plus 28. It's like hitting 75 home runs.
They're already plus 7. Here in the fourth quarter of the second game of the season, a late tackle by Taylor on Macklin. It's a handoff to Max Williams. Tight end used as the H-back in that set, and he picks up the first down. Chris Matthews, the motion man. Javaris Allen cannot get away from Carl Nassib.
Miss a block, let somebody go and block, he's going to make a play in the backfield.
Play action to Collins. Flacco completes it to Williams, who rumbles his way across the 45-yard line. Flacco's in the shotgun. Over the middle, caught by Watson right at the chains. This will depend on the spot, and it's a good spot if you're a Ravens fan. First down, Baltimore, a gain of 7. Collins up the middle, he's got some room. Collins now trying to get to the outside and can't spin away from Peppers. Ball comes out late. He may have been down for the moment, though. They're saying it's Browns football. Then the ball gets tossed around midfield, and it's still with the Browns, but they will go back and look to see if Collins was down. For the moment, it's Cleveland football. Their look, was the ball out? Oh yes, it was a turnover by Baltimore. 9 yards and 2 interceptions. And a flag comes in.
Suggs looked like he came across and then the tackle moved. But
Neutral zone infraction, defense number 55. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Kaiser down the field for Coates. Juggled, he caught it but out of bounds. Coates still without a catch this season. Kaiser tries to escape and throws it incomplete to Johnson. Guess who? Terrell Suggs nearly had his second sack. His third quarterback hit. It's 3rd and 5. Kaiser chased out again, throws, intercepted. Brandon Carr. And Carr goes down at the 35. Turnover number 5 by the Browns. There's movement on the line. You saw that this year in 2 games. Ravens opponents have only scored 10 points.
Defense number 94. 5-yard penalty, first down.
throws the ball late back into traffic. Those are mistakes that young players make more often than veterans.
2 games, but so far they've forced 10 turnovers. Flacco on the run, completes it to Watson, who's got a Baltimore first down. Lars Allen in at running back as we're inside 5 minutes to go. Allen met at the line with the Browns expecting run, and it's 2nd down. Tarek Kindred leading the charge. 2nd and 11. Allen again met in the backfield. Do you use a timeout here if you're Hugh Jackson?
He did immediately.
Ravens have 1 timeout left now. 3rd and 13. Hand it off to Allen. And Allen's going to be short of a first down, but a late flag comes in from behind the play.
Holding. Offense number 70. 10-yard penalty. Replay. 3rd down.
5 to go.
Well, they were in field goal range.
Allen hit it midfield, still going. And now it's 4th down, and out comes Sam Cook, the punter. It was way short. Tucker doesn't get his wish here. It's Cook punting to Peppers, who lets it bounce at the 2, and it goes into the end zone. With 3:40 to go in the 4th quarter. 3 interceptions thrown by rookie quarterback DeShone Kizer, who takes the snap on first down and checks it down to the tight end Njoku. He caught a touchdown earlier in the game, but that touchdown throw was from Kevin Hogan.
With the Baltimore Ravens defensively.
Good protection here. Kizer steps up, he'll keep it himself and slides down at the 30.
Your body just allows defenders to really drive on the ball.
Suggs coming with pressure. Kizer steps up, gets rid of it, and completes it to Duke Johnson, who sheds a tackle. And then Johnson brought down a yard shy of a first down, a gain of 9. Pressure coming, and what a strike by Kizer to Ricardo Lewis. Tony Jefferson had a free lane at Kizer, who just got rid of it. Kizer out of the shotgun. Fires in the direction of Coates, incomplete. It was Marlon Humphrey.
The head coach, they're looking for competition right here.
2nd and 10. Suggs coming up the middle. Kizer gets rid of it, but it's dropped by Ricardo Lewis. And a late flag has come in back at the line of scrimmage.
Offense number 72. 10-yard penalty, second down.
Been not the first to hold Terrell Suggs. Probably won't be the last either. 2nd and 20. Kaiser to Higgins. And Higgins out of bounds just across the 45-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and long for the Browns. Kaiser chased out. Buying some time. He'll keep it himself and just run out of bounds. It'll be 4th down. 2 for 2 on 4th downs a week ago. 4th and 11. This could be the ball game if they don't get it. Kaiser caught by DeValve, who reaches out for a first down.
To locate the eyes of Kaiser, and the eyes of Kaiser said, no, go the other direction.
Kaiser. And that pass is caught for a short gain by Ricardo Lewis. Tight coverage again by Marlon Humphrey. Defensive back. Lewis and Humphrey matched up again on this play. Kaiser incomplete off the hand of Duke Johnson.
It's misery that they hear about.
3rd and 7. Kaiser, and it's dropped. Njoku with an easy one right in his hands, and now it's 4th and 7. Pressure coming. Kaiser can't get away. Tim Williams wrapped him up, and that'll do it from here in Baltimore. So Ravens opponents in 2 games have scored 10 points total and have turned the ball over 10 times total. Baltimore goes to 2-0 while the Browns fall to 0-2. They'll meet again week 15 in Cleveland as John Harbaugh runs his career record against the Browns to 17-2. Hugh Jackson, former quarterbacks coach here in Baltimore for a couple years under John Harbaugh. He said it was Harbaugh that jump-started his career.